All right, awesome. Welcome to the call. Wanted to have this quick conversation. Last night we had a phenomenal Q&A call. And I'm gonna do kind of like a part two. Yesterday I didn't have any slides, really because I wanted to have an open conversation for people to really pick my mind. And if you don't have that recording, reach out to Angie. I sent it to her. Sorry, Angie, for throwing you under the bus, but I did send it to her. Um, but it was such a good conversation. Um, just to get a different perception, and that's why I came up with this call. I'm like, man, let's have a conversation in regards to perception. And this week has definitely been a productive week. I know it's only Thursday, tomorrow's Friday, so it's the very first week of the month. We're only 4 days in. And I want you to really look at your results right now. Do you like them? You don't have to put it inside the chat, but do you like your results? If the answer is no, what are you going to do to change it? And that's why I wanted to have this call today, to share with you what the perception is. What is perception? Put inside the chat what you believe perception is. Okay. I told you this is going to be a conversation. It's not a presentation, but we're going to communicate. And I want to share some ideas with you that could possibly help you change your situation. I don't know what situation you're in right now, whether you're tuning into this live or you're watching this later on. I want you to think about, what does perception mean to you? What is perception? Awesome, Luis. Perception is how we see the outside influencing the internal world. Good. Anybody else? Come on, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. The least from which I see myself and others. That's good. Sense. Lens. Oh, the lens. Okay, gotcha. Like glass lens. Okay, gotcha. Clarity. Good. Good, China. Welcome to the call, China. If you're brand new, put new inside the chat. Perception is how you view things based on your upbringing and paradigm. Good answer. The way we interpret something based on a circumstance, how we interpret what we see and hear. Y'all good. Y'all know what perception is. If you'd asked me this about 10 years ago, I'd probably be like, I don't know. But your perception is your ability to see, picture, or become aware of something through your senses. Okay. Now we have senses that we've been taught since we were young: hear, see, taste, smell, and touch. Those are our sensory faculties. Okay. I didn't do too well in school. So Lashana, I know you're a teacher, so I probably wouldn't have been your best student. But I don't know, Lashana, you're a pretty good teacher, so I probably would have enjoyed it. But you got to realize that perception is reality, but perception is just not true. It's your truth. Now, why do I say that? Well, because you can be looking at the same thing and still have a different picture of the same thing. Not saying that I'm wrong, and I'm not saying that you're right. We just see things differently. Same thing when it comes to opportunities. Some people see a problem, some people see an opportunity. Because as an entrepreneur, and I know we have some people that are tuning into this that are entrepreneurs, or people that are working a 9 to 5 and they want to change their annual income into a monthly income, or their monthly income into a weekly income. But you got to understand, you have to change your perception in so many regards. It's like what I think what is his name? The name is at the tip of my tongue. How you view, change the thing that you look at, and the thing that you look at will change. Okay. If you have a problem going on in your life, you got to ask yourself the question, Is this problem inside of me or is this problem outside of me? Can I control it? It's how you see it. And I want you to think about this. Again, we have sensory faculties. We see, we hear, we smell, we touch, and we taste, right? We not only have those faculties, but animals have the same thing. But what makes us different from animals? We have a mind, meaning we have the power to create or originate anything that we want. We have this thing called imagination. And that's a part of your intellectual faculties. What are your intellectual faculties? Imagination, logic, reason, memory, perception. I think that's 5. I know it's another one that I'm missing. I don't know which one I'm missing, but anyways, that was 5 of them. And again, I'm not an expert. I'm just sharing with you some information that has helped me. And you got to really think about what is your perception when it comes to yourself. How do you view you? Do you view you based upon your environment? Or do you view you in a way that you feel good, you feel positive, you feel magnificent, fantastical? Or do you view yourself in a negative manner? Do you talk down on yourself? Do you have a negative perception, negative thoughts, negative feelings, which will essentially give you negative results? And when I say negative results that you probably don't want, a lifestyle that you probably don't want, income that you probably don't want, relationships that you probably don't want. Law of polarity, wherever there's good, there's bad. Where there's hot, there's a cold. So what is your perception? And in regards to how you change things, you got to look at it from a different lens. You got to look at it from a different point of view. And when you think about your results, how you think of yourself, do you see yourself in a successful manner, a prosperous being? Okay. We're all spiritual beings. We just live in this physical dirt body. And I want you to really think, how do you see you? If you think of you, do you smile or do you cringe? I want y'all to really think. Because I put it like this, years ago, I had a negative self-image. And how I perceived myself was based upon how everybody else saw me. And that's not what you should do. But I was one of those people where, you know, I've always wanted to take care of people. And so because of that caring side of me, I've always took what they said to heart. Whether it was friends or whether it was family members, I didn't really have too many associates and things of that nature, but I took it personal. And it caused me to be shy, kind of quiet, introverted. And I never performed at a level that I really wanted to perform to until I met Darren and he helped me change my self-image. I used to always wear, you know, sweats, like I was playing football and things of that. I would dress like a personal trainer or an athlete, just a relaxed personal, you know, just an athlete, right? We all seen athletes where they just sit around, just you know, just chill. That was me. Now, don't get me wrong. I know how to dress. I just didn't have the desire to dress in a very successful manner. And I would say I've always had self-respect, but I would say my self-love wasn't as high as my self-respect. And again, everything really changed when I sat down with Darren. He helped me shift my self-image, how I perceived myself, how I wanted to view me so that way people could view me the same way that I viewed me. And so you got to look at yourself in the same way. You got to change how you look at things, because if you don't change the way that you look at things, you'll keep getting the same results, the same lifestyle, the same feelings. You'll keep going through that abyss of just a pissy, shitty attitude. If this makes sense, put sense inside the chat. How do you perceive people around you? Do you feel like people try to get things from you, or are they trying to give you something? Are they trying to help you, or are they trying to hurt you? Are they trying to take, or are they trying to give? How do you perceive people? Do you perceive people as good? Because understand this, karma's not a B word. Karma's a mirror. You attract what you are, not what you want. Because I realized when I changed my perception about people, well, first off, when I changed my perception about me, then my perception of people changed. Why? Because I started to do what? Understand more about me. I started to learn why I was doing certain things, why I didn't see things in a certain way. Because I had this poverty lens on that stopped me from seeing the prosperity lens. But I had to change my frequency of myself. I see myself in a prosperous manner, a successful manner, an abundant manner. So therefore, I'm going to see other people in that same manner. I'm going to interact with them in that same manner, whether they see it or they don't. And so when you've changed how you see yourself, then you'll change how you see other people. For example, I was looking at, some images of me when I was younger, and I just sit there and I'd be like, man, what was I thinking? Why was I dressing like that? Well, most people follow trends instead of creating them. I'll look at, videos and things like, man, thanks to Facebook, I'll look back at certain, posts that I made, and I was like, man, I was so ignorant. Have you ever went back to your memories and be like, man, what in the world was I thinking? Because it's like when it was like what my boy Darren was saying, it's kind of funny. The things that's cute in your 20s is not cute in your 30s. The things that's cute in your 30s look horrible in your 40s. The things that you want to do in your 40s isn't cute in your 20s. Why? Because you experience things in a different way. You view things in a different way. Going to the club, that's not exciting anymore. But what is exciting is clubbing on a private jet. That's different. Why? Because you realize that, man, I can do a whole lot better if I just change my perception. Then guess what? How do you perceive your environment? Your environment is way more important than your heredity. It has so much influence on your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. Write that down. Your environment influences your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions. If you don't change your environment, oh my Lord, you are going to struggle. You're going to struggle. And you're going to struggle in so many ways that really, really matter. Now, I know a lot of people have a negative upbringing or programming when it comes to money, but I'm going to say this. Money isn't everything, but it ranks right up there with oxygen. Everybody needs it. Matter of fact, you can't do too much in the world if you don't have money. And we always think about, man, when I grew up in church, teachers always say, money is the root of all evil. Then why you keep asking me for more money? If money is the root of all evil, all rich people going to hell. Who said that? All rich people are doing and providing service. Well, most good rich people are providing service, in my opinion. But you got to change your perception of money. You got to have a good relationship with money. You got to, I guess I can pull this out real quick. My handy dandy notebook. You got to look at money. This is not money. This is paper. This is paper. But how I perceive it, it's money. Why? Because I can use this. I can use it in many, many ways. I can provide shelter, food, water for those that don't have money. Money is a tool. Money is an idea that you use. My mentors always said, Tier, you want to use money and love people. When I changed my perception of money, I started to attract it more. When I changed my relationship with money, I started to attract it more. I had a better feeling about it. How do you perceive money? Because again, it affects your thoughts, your feelings, and your actions, and ultimately your results. So how do you change your results? Well, you change your perception. Well, you got to change the people that surround you. I am a firm believer, if you don't change the people that surround you, you're going to stay stuck in the same perception. You're going to see problems as problems instead of seeing problems as an opportunity for you to grow. See what I mean? Change the thing that you look at, and the thing that you look at changes. For example, taxes. I haven't gotten to the point where I can pay $4 million in taxes. I haven't gotten there yet. I'm looking forward to that day in a way. Why? Because I know I've reached a different perception, a different frequency. And I learned that from my mentor. And I will tell you right now, if you want to succeed in anything that you do, you got to have a mentor. A mentor is a guide that can give you from point A to point B, but they have proven success to help people do the same thing. Not only that, they're willing and they're able to help you to do the same thing. And what you do, James, is you talk to them on a consistent basis. The conversation is going to be very uncomfortable. At the same time, you're not supposed to feel comfortable when you're supposed to be growing. I had to learn that. When I met this guy at a John Maxwell event, I had no clue who this man was. Matter of fact, I didn't know half the people that was in the room. I was invited by somebody who was invited. It was a room full of 6, 7, 8, 10-figure income earners And I didn't know what a six, seven, 8 figure, 10-figure income earner looked like. So guess what? Now, because I'm in the environment, I can now stretch my thinking. I can stretch my imagination. I can stretch how I can perceive myself so that way I can live in a different way. Because when you know better, you do better. Matter of fact, I'll take that back. When you do better, it's because you know better. Because there's a difference between knowing and doing. When you know something, you just have the information in your conscious mind where you're able to accept or reject information. But when you do better, when you do something, it's because it's in your subconscious mind. You have a feeling in regards to that idea. It's been impressed upon the subconscious mind, which is the look, I ain't gonna preach tonight. It's in your subconscious mind, which is your habitual mind. It thinks for you. It doesn't ask you to think. It just acts. Why? Why does it act? Because you don't have to think about it. You've done it over and over and over and over. That's just like you putting on your shoes. You don't think about it. My mentor told me that when it comes to earning money, that's an action. Most people don't know how to earn income because they don't know how to take consistent action. Come on, who am I talking to? People don't have a money problem. They have a perception problem. Because when I was working at LA Fitness, I thought I was making pretty good income until I got frustrated and I felt like I had a lid on what I was able to earn. And it was true, I was. My goal was to have my own gym, which was about $2.5 million. I couldn't earn that $2.5 million working at a gym that was only paying me about $1,200 a month. So I had to stretch my thinking. I had to put myself in a position financially and mentally to better my situation. I had to take a look at, okay, my situation. I'm working at this job. Is this job going to allow me to earn the income to invest into what I really want? Darren said, no, you'll never save. Why? Because you get the same check, and the same bills. That's when I started to realize, man, jobs are a joke. No offense to those that have it. I think it's a great opportunity for you to get, as a stepping stone, but don't use it as a tombstone. Because when you change your environment, they'll start to tell you about things that works and what doesn't work. They'll start to tell you about how they used to think versus what they think now. Because if you follow 10,000 people that believe that the lies are truth, it's not the truth. That's their truth. You create your own truth. But I took the truth of successful people and I did exactly what they told me to do until it made sense to me. That's why repetition is the key and the mother of all learning. Because when you're in a community, guess what? Everybody around you has a different perception, which will help you change yours. No successful person that I have met today works a job. They did work a job, but they realized, damn it, I'm way better than this. I'm going to find a way. I'm going to get into something that's going to allow me to really live the way I really want to live. And you got to change your entertainment. Whatever's entertaining you now, it's training you now. That's why if you see me, you rarely hear me listening to music. Unless we're playing, jumping on here. You got to change books. Guys, I never read books. Not because I didn't know how to read. I just felt slow reading until I started to read books that helped me understand a little bit more about me. And when I learned how to, a little bit more about myself, I was able to then change my perception of me. Listening to audios, how to change my communication, how to get into programs that allows me to perform at a better level. I had to change my perception of spending versus investing. Spending means you put your money in and you don't get anything back. Investing is you put your money in, you let your money work for you, and then it comes back with more friends. There's a difference. I'm not buying no freaking J's, some Jordans, that's going to last me 6 months probably. Why? Because I'm on my feet 24/7. I'm constantly connected with new people. Not only that, I'm going to invest into some nice dress shoes. Why? Because they're going to last me a lot longer. And the perception of, nice dress shoes, people equate that to success, money. So you have to invest into what can help you become your best. So what I would say is invest in some books, invest into a community, invest into a mentor. I would rather invest into a mentor than go to school. That's just my perfect opinion. So I'm going to open it up for questions, and we're going to go from there. You're going to mute yourself and we can talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Any questions? I got money folding. Get y'all a book and put y'all money into it. It'll multiply. I got 30 minutes. Come on, you're going to mute yourself, I think.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and ask a question.
I'm letting Amber take over, huh?
So, okay, my question, I guess, for the newest person, right? You explained perception really well, and then like how to change it. Now, I know sometimes they might ask, how long does it take to change your perception? And can you go back to your old habits if you don't guard it?
Ask those two questions one more time.
So how long before you can establish a new perception? Mm-hmm. And can you go back to your old habits once the new perception has been established?
To answer the second question, no. And the reason why I say that is because once I perceived much bigger, much better, normal became nasty to me. It became unattractive, and I didn't want to be around unattractive, nasty perception. I didn't want to go back to that old feeling. I know how that feels. I don't want to be there anymore. So how long does it take? It's funny. So how long does it take? However long it really just depends on you. How long are you feeding the new perception? It's like a newborn baby, right? Let's say you're 27 years of age, right? You got this 27-year-old adult, and you have this new perception, which is about, let's say, 10 days old. Which one's gonna beat which one up? The 27-year-old. Why? Because it's fully developed. It's been fed over and over. So what you do is, I think I talked about this yesterday, you got to starve it. You got to feed the new baby. You got to feed the new perception until this perception becomes new. Becomes a new you. It's like when it comes to your name. How long did it take for you to know your name? We never know. Why? Because repetition is the key of learning. So it really just depends upon you and what you do. Next question. Come on, Berenice. Come on, Miss Lashana. I ain't seen you in forever. See, like, I ain't asking no question.
Okay, can I ask a question like about the business itself?
That's fine.
Okay. So my question is, how can I start getting results with, say, not, prospecting, but like when it comes to like the travel codes and like the Bill Genius, because I've been passing out my codes and stuff, but I also don't see results on that end. So what I was thinking, maybe do some flyers, put them out, somewhere like at laundromats. I mean,
I think we make this business harder than what it already is. I'm gonna be honest with you, Berenice. You can make a post. You don't even have to, really share that this is your business. Just say, thanks to iGo, I'm able to save this. People are gonna ask you questions. Like it's very easy to gain customers with this business. So what was your question again?
Well, I guess that, like, how do I get, my codes and all that stuff out there? I do reach out to people, within like groups and stuff like that, and try to pass out my code for the iGo. And sometimes people will say, okay, thank you, but then that's where it ends. And
Okay, this is what I would do. If I were you, let's say, for example, I have Shannon, right? This business is built to where you don't have to sell, but you just, all you have to do is share. Hey, but I'm talking to Shannon, she's a Virgo, her birthday is the same day as my dad. Hey, look, Shannon, what are you planning on doing for your birthday? Oh, I'm planning on going to Montego Bay. Awesome. Hey, look, what are you planning on booking with? Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I always look for the best deals. Hey, look, my friend Lashana just introduced me to this platform called iGo. It's a free membership where you can get discounts whenever you travel. I just signed up. Matter of fact, I just saved $75 on my last trip. I'm looking to help at least 10 people this week save some money on their travels. Shannon, if I can help you save some money on your travels, would that help you? Absolutely. Well, hey, look, the great thing about this is there's no sales pitch. You can have it for free. All I have to do is gather your information, send you the code, and all you have to do is set up your account. Are you willing to do that? Yes. Awesome. What's your first name, last name, email address, phone number? Awesome. Create your account. You should be set up. Simple as that. If you don't want to wait for them, you take control. Again, you are in control of, remember this, you got the cookies. They looking for the cookies. That makes sense? So, and again, you got to ask questions. I can't sell you a house if you're looking for a car. I got to ask questions. When I'm doing my moving and residential business, I'm not telling you anything until I have gathered enough information for me to give you what you're looking for. That makes sense? So just make it simple. Invite people, go on your iGo platform, go on your social media and show the different prices. It shows you the comparisons. You put it on your social media, people follow attention. If you're on social media and you haven't posted anything in a few months or a few weeks, ain't nobody gonna give you no attention. Why? Because this is a relationship business. Business is all about relationships. You got to build that relationship. You got to build their trust. You got to build rapport. And you got to communicate. I signed up six customers yesterday off of one post. One of them I'm actually getting started. So it works. And I don't even post that much. Did I answer your question though? Awesome. Next question. I got about 18.
Fun, TA.
What's up, Gap?
How are you?
I'm doing amazing. How you doing, young Ozzy?
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. Absolutely amazing. So, again, about the business itself, I mean, I was just listening to how to create a post and intrigue people. That's fantastic. Like I post every day. I have a question though about when we go to sign someone up and they struggle to get past the confirmation section of their credit card and all that. I've spoken to Shannon and she's gorgeous. I have tried to get one of my downlines to sign up today, like my first one. I've only been in it a week, so I'm pretty happy and thrilled about that.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, like, how do I get these people to go past before I lose them? Because I find I've done it twice already and I feel like they've gone off to bed because it's their bedtime. They've gone off to bed and they've just gone, oh, well, that's too hard. I'm not going to do it. So how do we get past that?
Louise, what I would share for you is to gather their information before they go to sleep. You do it for
Okay.
them. You don't let them do it. Because why? They don't know what they're doing.
Yep. Okay.
I know
So we get them up to where they put their credit card in and then we let them do it that without seeing the information.
No,
Is that right?
no. This is what I mean. I get their information.
Including their credit card number.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
like
right.
I'm in business. And when
Yep.
I'm in business, I'm gathering information. I need your information in order for you to get a position. For example, Miss Kyla Chambers, that is a potential partner that I have. She trusts me enough to give me her information. I know where I don't know where she stays at, but I know she's here. She knows my
Yep.
family. She knows that I'm not
Yep.
going to do
All
anything
right.
that's going to, cause any confliction. She knows I'm not a scammer.
Okay.
So you gotta build that trust and you gotta get the information.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
No problem. Next question. Kyla, you gonna ask some questions too? Yeah, I'd be so quiet. Or at least let us know what you learned from this call. I like input. Come on, Amber, gonna ask me another question.
So my question is, right now that there's the run, right? We don't really work on
Training.
yeah, like training, nor at the same time, we don't do too much personal development, right?
Correct.
During this time. But for those that aren't running to their full potential the way that they would want to, or they feel like they can, what would be something that you recommend that they either listen to or that they watch? And I know they have to put in the work, right? If you're going to suggest to listen to something, they have to do it, not just once and think that they understood it. But through the repetition, like we're learning, right? The paradigm is going to change. What would be something for those that want to run or that feel that they can do more, what would be something that you recommend that they listen to, watch, read?
I'm happy they actually put this on YouTube. But if I were everybody on this call, that's wanting to have something to in the back of their mind listen to, it would be the Magic Word Lead to Field program by Bob Proctor. It's on YouTube. If I were you, I would listen to that every day for the next 60 days, really. Because a lot of people will get better results if they just change their attitude. And he'll look, I'm telling you right now, that is honestly my favorite program of Bob's. I know it's originally Earl Nightingale's, but Bob's remix is better, in my opinion.
So this is Bob Proctor's Lead the Field, right?
Correct.
Okay, so if I'm listening to lesson 11, I'm in the same Lead the Field one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But Amber, I know you're already on a certain one, so I wouldn't tell you to do that. Everybody that's not in it, I would recommend listening to Magic Word Lead the Field by Bob Proctor. And it is on YouTube. I was like, ain't this something? Y'all gonna post this on here? Y'all okay, okay. But hey, you gotta give in order for you to get. Shane, you got a question? Yeah, you. Okay. When I jump on this call, I won't hear nothing. Andy, you ain't got no question, man.
No, man, I did my talking this afternoon, dude.
Hey, we had a good conversation.
That was a good men's club.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. I just got to get up to the level. David already gave me my assignment, so I just got to get up to that level, man.
I'll do it, man. Just do it, man. Don't
Yeah,
just do it.
that's what I'm doing.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. All right. You funny. Kyle, I'm gonna put you on the spot. At least ask one question. Ranitria, I hope I did not butcher your name. You got a question?
You pronounced it right, and no, I don't have a question at
What-
the moment.
What'd you like so far about the call?
I actually just came on, but I did catch what you were saying about making a post because I don't post a lot. Probably just add to my story, here and there. But yeah, I got that part.
What do you do for work, young lady?
Tech support for Apple.
Oh, hey, I need your help, girl. I need your help. Okay. What do you want to do?
I want to be a pediatrician.
You want to be in communications?
No, a pediatrician.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see. That, but that's a lot of time in school for me. I don't know about that one. But hey, look, by all means, go out and do it. I'm pretty sure you need the money to pay for it, unless you got scholarships.
No, medical school is expensive.
Yeah. But awesome. Who invited you to the call?
Shannon.
Oh, look, see, Shannon's a rock star. Shannon's been using all these calls and she just been blowing up in the evening, man. Hey, shout out to Shannon. She just blowing up. We had a leadership call today and, word got out, Shannon about to blow up. I'm like, hey, she already been blowing up. So, but yeah, hey, you working with a rock star right there, for sure. All right, any more questions? I got 10 minutes. I'm trying to.
I'll go ahead and
I'll
ask
do a
one.
question. Okay.
Okay, so one of the biggest points that tend to come up on our calls is You know, when you make a decision, you'll find the money to do whatever it is that you need to do, right? So for people that might not know a lot about how to manifest certain things, you know, for example, they may have tried, they may have tried borrowing the money, they may have tried, you know, selling stuff. Like I know for me, when I was, you know, working on trying to get to a trip, I sold stuff, but I didn't have enough money from what I sold, right? But when we talk about the law of attraction and the law of actually manifesting something, what do you think is typically missing when people aren't able to manifest and actually have the finances that they need to make or do something that they really, really do want to do? That makes sense. I know it's kind of like around the world. But
I would say one, it is a mixture of a eager desire connected with a reason. Most people have the eager desire, but they don't have a reason. And when they lack a reason, they never actually go out and get exactly what it is that they want. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know what the law of manifestation is. I just know law of action or law of Goya, and that means law of get off your ass and work. So I'm an action taker, so I wouldn't know. I just know, hey, look, if let's say, for example, my mom was on her deathbed and I had to go to the hospital and they say, hey, you know, we need 10,000, or unless your mom's gonna die in the next 24 hours. I want my mom to live. And even if she's saying, you know, I'm like, if you get this money, I'm gonna live, and I'm gonna live for a long time. Damn it, I'm gonna go and find that money. Why? Because I love my mama. I have emotion attached to what I'm about to do. There's a reason behind it. Not only that, there's an eager desire. Why? Because I'm thinking not just for now, but for the future. Man, excuse me, I almost got emotional for a second. Like when my dad passed away, I didn't really think about me. I'm thinking about my brothers and sisters. Man, damn, think about to miss out on the experience with my dad. So like I can share with them things that we did, but at the same time, they don't have that experience for themselves. So it gets emotional. So therefore I take action even more because I'm thinking of that. So the reason why people don't like, I think I talked about it last night, you know, people don't lack the money, they just lack the desire mixed with the reason. And when you mix the both of them, there's no way that you can't get it done. Yeah, it may take some time, but at the same time, if you put in enough work, and I think a lot of people don't put in enough work to get what they really want. Like, for example, LaShawn, I'm pretty sure you got some clothes in your closet right now that got price tags on it, and you ain't wear them. Right? And it well, even if you don't, you know, you didn't buy it because you needed it, you bought it because you wanted it. You attach that dress, you attach that shirt, you attach whatever it is that you got with a feeling. And when you attach that feeling, you started to act on it. Oh, that's 10,000. That's on my price range, but I'm gonna make it happen. Why? Because you emotionalized, you pictured yourself with that. This is what you want. You made a decision. That's the price. Okay, cool. I'm going to find this money and I'm gonna get it. Like when I got started with the business, I didn't have the money to get started. Now in that situation, you know, maybe I was kind of, you know, blessed to have a credit card, but at that time, hey man, I'm ready to go. I had an eager desire and I had a reason to do what I did. Therefore, preparation meets opportunity. I took it. So I'm a firm believer. Yeah. Thought is very powerful. You got to be very cautious of what you think. But they help you out though. It's probably the same thing you've been hearing, but As you hear, repetition, key to learning. Then perception. All right, one more question. I got 4 minutes. 4 minutes.
So
Sandra?
I'll ask a question, and I guess it's not, maybe it's not a question, but how about this? If you could, have one last thing to say that you have not said, what would it be?
About what?
Well, just like overall, right? Like to all of us here, whether we're new or in the team already, what is something, right? Like that you could leave everyone with, whether it's a question to leave them thinking, an assignment to consider, what would it be?
What would you do if you already perceived yourself as already being successful?
Okay, slow down and repeat it again.
What would you do if you have already perceived that you are successful? Anything you do, how would you, what would you do if you perceived, if you saw yourself already successful? What would you do if you perceived yourself already successful? Meaning anything that I'm about to do right now, I'm already successful. You're already successful because you're mentally successful first, then you're physically successful. The difference between the mental and the physical is the work. Got to get to work. Whatever that thing is that you want. Dear, I don't got enough money right now. When you gonna change it? You're already successful. You just gotta go and find it. Go attract it. Dear, I've been having problems. Okay. Where's the opportunity to grow? To overcome that problem? Are you looking at the speed bump as a speed bump, or are you looking at it as a Great Wall of China? It's how you perceive it. Here, I owe $30. That's it. I know people that's struggling to get 2,500, 10,000, a million. Now look at your problem. Is it the same? Probably not. Change the thing that you look at, and the thing that you look at changes. With that being said, I'm gonna be done. Hope y'all had a phenomenal evening. Talk to y'all soon. Boom.
All right. Thanks, Tier.